Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Absolutely, and today we're going to be talking about Loki Season 2 trailer, and I was just informed that our production staff doesn't put the trailers on here anymore. I don't know how long we've been doing that, apparently for months. That tells you how much I know about what's going on this channel.
It'd be funny if you've been doing it your way for like half a year, and they've just been cutting around you.
I think they have been. I legit think that's what's been going on based on.
I think you're right.
Platt said he's never done it, and we hired Platt to do edits over here like
a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and this also is a betrayal because, like, I haven't watched the video. Like, I didn't notice either. So.
Okay. So basically what you're stating is they betrayed us by not telling us, even though they claim they did. But at the same time, we're betraying them because it tells you how much we're screening the work. But we don't have to. Dan's job is to make sure the videos
those gentlemen. They're good at their jobs.
They are. Platt does the edits, and then Dan's job is to make sure Platt did his job. And then I'm supposed to make sure Dan does his job. So I guess that this means that I'm not doing my job to make sure Dan does his.
That's it. That's what you're saying. But Loki Season 2. So, okay.
How did Loki Season 1 end? I don't remember.
Sylvie killed Kang, and that created the time split, and so now there's the multiverse. Like, they created the multiverse. Oh, and then Loki runs back to the TVA, and
Kang is in control of it.
Kang's in control of it, and Mobius doesn't remember him.
Right. Okay. I couldn't remember the exact ending, like how they left it, because I remember it was a cliffhanger, unlike a lot of these shows.
Yeah, and I don't remember what happened to Sylvie at all.
I don't think we got an answer. I think she just left, but maybe it
doesn't
matter.
Left.
So obviously they're not trying to fix the Kang issue because they're basically.
Because there he is.
Well, now he's a thing. Before he wasn't. It was He Who Remains, which is not Kang. So, which is a great plot. I mean, literally, there's an entire show, if you've missed it, one of my favorite shows as a kid called Sliders, where the entire plot was they would literally just be ripped out of the space-time continuum and put where they needed to be. Quantum Leap had the exact same plot point. Yeah. They both were just, you're where you need to be at all times.
Yes. Although, Sliders managed to be its own thing from Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap, time travel. Sliders, interdimensional travel.
Right. My bad. Like, specified. Didn't they time travel at one point in Sliders, though?
Oh, they go back in time, I believe, in that show as well. But it's more about sliding into different dimensions than it is about.
Can we segue for 1 minute? Sliders is an underrated gem that needs to come back. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm surprised it hasn't, because I loved Quantum Leap, and the new show isn't great, but it's here. Like, they made a new Quantum Leap. Where is the Sci-Fi Channel or the Hulu original Sliders?
Oh, Sliders was great for the first 2 seasons, and then they went off the rails in a weird but good direction, because that's what Sci-Fi got it. And they're like, well, what if there's like an invading race? What if?
Okay, yeah, we got to Farscape this. Anyway,
back to Loki.
Back to Loki. So, on the heels of Secret Invasion and that ending, I am very...
For the record, I have not seen the last episode yet.
Oh, man, you missed out.
I am all... I'm just going to Google it now.
No. We're not going to give it away here. I just wanted to say, not a fan, but...
I
loved Loki. Yeah, I know.
Which is why I have not rushed to go see it.
Dude, no, the other two...
Everyone hates
Platt and Dan haven't even watched the show.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I would normally be like, this is a slam dunk. I'm so hyped, and I am. I am actually genuinely excited for this.
Well, I like Loki 1. Loki 1 is one of my favorite of the initial batch that came out.
Yes, Loki 1, incredible show. I loved it. It could have been the first show. Like, WandaVision set a really good tone because it was so weird and off-kilter, and then ended with that MCU fight scene they do in every single one of their shows. But... it had its own character, and it set a good precedent for the Disney Plus era of the MCU. Loki, no different, could have actually started it, would have gotten people just as hyped.
Oh yeah, I feel like Loki should have been the start, because it does open up the multiverse, which leads to a lot more questions and what's going on.
The problem is it would have also made people ask about the multiverse in every single new iteration. Like, it would have been like
people did no matter what.
Yeah, but only after Loki. It wasn't like in WandaVision they were like multiverse. No, they were like Mephisto. Falcon Winter Soldier. They wouldn't have been like. Actually, I don't know what people were asking for in Falcon Winter Soldier, but like for
there to be a core plot point that made sense for 6 episodes. Yeah,
it's Flag Smashers. That was the plot point. It was
Anyway.
Well, Loki season 1 is fire. And
Yes.
despite the fact that there's one episode that everybody got mad at us for because we were like, "Oh, this is just a green screen. It looks really bad, and it's just them talking, and they don't really talk
I
about
stand by
anything
my
interesting."
statement. Loki, if they just dropped that one episode of them literally going for a walk, and they could have saved that episode if they just, oh, Sylvie, give me your backstory. No.
Oh, okay.
Why do we have a whole episode around no?
I don't know. Well, because we think we need like a formula and a set number of episodes. And
Right.
it's like, no, you don't. It could be 4, it could be 6, it could be 9. I don't care. As many as it takes. That was the beauty of streaming. Like streaming was this thing where it was like I remember Stranger Things when it first debuted. They were like, this episode is 56 minutes. I'm like, 56? 56 minutes? And the next one's like 47 minutes. And I'm like, what? And it's as long as it needs to be.
Yeah.
It's as many episodes as we require to tell the story. Wonderful. You fixed television. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. 29 episodes of Daredevil Born Again when it starts filming again in 2026 or whatever. But, whatever. The point being, Loki was a great show. I loved it. And it had character, it had tone. And what we were talking about earlier off mic was the idea that, like, it does do a lot of setup. It is kind of like the whole show is kind of building up to the multiverse and like the new status quo for Loki and stuff. This feels like its own show. It's a show. It's not really even building towards anything. It's just about these characters, but still keeping the style, tone, themes of the previous show.
Yes.
And this is, of course, like a 2-minute trailer, so I'm pulling a lot, but I think I'm right to assume that.
I will agree with that. One of the reasons we're not going beat by beat for the trailer, we're having more of a broad discussion about it, is because the trailer doesn't actually show anything. It shows the returning cast of, Tom Hiddleston. We see Owen Wilson, and I don't know the actress for Sylvie, but Sylvie's coming back. We see they're all back. We see a few random support characters. That Obi character looks like he's going to be our new comic relief for the entire series, and I'm
good. That short round, I'm so involved.
I was like, I love that actor because if you heard his story, right, where he didn't realize he had a career, and then he discovered he had a career. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So love to see that. That's going to be great. But you're right. Actually, Loki season 1, we were all like, how does this set up the future of the MCU? Before we even knew that it was going to be He Who Remains at the ending, we all were like, multiverse, and how is this going to do it? What's it going to be? Because that's also at the era where we were still watching everything with the intention of it has to mean something.
Yep.
Now,
until finally Kevin Feige came out on fire going, no, stop. Just watch what you want.
Yeah. So, but this one feels like, based on the trailer, it's just going to be the continued adventures of Loki. And like, I doubt they're going to stop Kang. They're not going to stop anything. If they do, then I guarantee there was an added episode where they were just like, we need to get rid of Jonathan Majors.
They could. This could be the way they fix the Jonathan Majors of the room.
Yeah.
And just go, Loki and Sylvie kill that guy. And so there is no Kang Dynasty. Because look, is there a frame of animation for that movie? No. Is there a page of script for Kang Dynasty? No. Is there a star besides Jonathan Majors? No. We don't know who the Avengers even are in Kang Dynasty. So just scrap it, do a new Avengers movie. I think we did a video on that. If we haven't already, we should. But like, new Avengers movie, scrap Kang, new episode of Loki season 2, they kill Kang, moving on.
Yep. It'd be the easy fix. And I mean, I doubt they're going to do that because
I doubt it too.
Yeah, I doubt that's what they're doing. But it's just kind of what this feels like. It feels like, hey, you guys liked those characters, so we're just going to do more, which is what I've been saying since the beginning with a lot of these shows. These shows should be the way to explore characters who just don't get a movie. Even though we all want a Moon Knight movie that is a tight 2.5 hours, we're not getting a tight 2.5 hour Moon Knight movie. We're not.
There's a fan edit out there. I'm sure there's a movie out there on the internet you can find that makes the show into a movie.
But what I'm saying is, like, this is kind of what I wanted from an MCU show. We go all the way back to S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not about the movies. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was its own thing set in the universe. And that may be one of the problems we've had since the beginning, Sal. The Disney Plus shows have been billed as, at the beginning, required viewing to understand our movie universe. While Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was billed as, do you want more?
Right.
Not watch this to know what's going on. Do you want more? And these Disney Plus shows could excel as, do you want more? Yeah. Not required viewing. Do I want more Loki, Owen Wilson, Sylvie? Do I want these characters? Do I want to see more side characters? Like, this is where we should get that show that we've all been asking for 2 years. Jimmy Woo is the guy going around solving mysteries in the
With close-up magic. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, honestly, I say go further, and I know this is getting off of the Loki season 2 topic, but the fact is the trailer doesn't say much. If you want to see the spoilers, I'm sure there's somebody who made an Easter egg video. But
Oh, and
like,
they were like, this must mean this, and this must mean this, and that's
yeah,
cool, man. I doubt you're right.
whatever. But the thing that I'm excited for, like, do you want more is such a great question to ask the audience because by and large lately they've been like, no. But
Can we just take a break? Just a break.
when thankfully because of the writers and actor strike, we're getting one, baby, whether you like one or not. But I'm like, hey, listen, go further with that. Like, okay, Spider-Man. It's gonna be made Spider-Man, but like Spider-Man, one of the biggest things about Spider-Man is the like interpersonal relationships and the supporting cast. Spider-Man is one of the best supporting casts, right?
Right.
And you got these fun actors, you got these fun characters. You could do something with it, but the movies are going to have to be huge because No Way Home set a precedent. $1 billion. Each one, I think, made $1 billion. But like,
they all did.
they have to be the biggest, most epic thing ever. And it's like Spider-Man, the biggest, most epic stories for Spider-Man are not everyone's favorite Spider-Man stories. Everyone's favorite Spider-Man stories, the quiet little ones. And there's a lot of great Peter Parker stuff that you could do in like a 7-episode, 45-minute long show where it's like, do you want more? This may introduce like Dr. Otto Octavius of the MCU. This may introduce, Miles Warren, but it won't be the big Spider-Man fight.
Right.
It's just going to be here's Peter, he's at school. It's like we're shooting a kind of drama, and yes, Peter has powers and he's going to use them to like circumvent, traffic, but by and large, it's about the characters and interactions. I think people would watch that. And I think that'd be a great way to kind of like build the world without having to. Yeah.
I know you hate it, but basically do what My Adventures of Superman is doing, where it's more about Clark Kent and then Superman is the ancillary, like, and now Superman's here.
Yeah. We did that back about 30 years ago with a show called Lois and Clark.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Literally that. Where it's like Superman's in there and there are Supermaning, but also it's mostly about this rom-com.
Yeah.
It's like it's moonlighting with a cape. But, yeah.
That's what they're doing at the latest cartoon. They could easily do that with Spider-Man. I get what you're saying. Like, this is more the down-to-earth moments of Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you could squeeze a show out of that by just being like, here's Tom Holland acting, and maybe make him a little less like uncomfortable or tired of being Spider-Man. Like, no, you don't even wear the suit in the show. You're just Peter.
See, that wouldn't fly, but yeah, I get what you're going for.
I mean, you show the CG Peter, like, Spider-Man swinging across the sky.
Oh, okay. Like, Spider-Man's still in it. I thought you were going to pull a Smallville where it's like, 11 seasons and we end with the suit.
I mean, honestly, like, I think you could get away with doing most of, like, 2/3, maybe like 99% of the show is just Peter and the rest. Like, you set up like Glory Grant or J. Jonah Jameson and build out that world. And Spider-Man is seen, like, through windows and stuff. Peter is Spider-Man sometimes, but he's not fighting anybody. He's just being Spider-Man going here to here, Anyway, that's just like the potential of the Disney Plus option being like, you're a movie studio who literally has a distribution method that is like number 3 or number 2 in the world with like a billion users or whatever. And you could, it's a unprecedented storytelling device through which you could like expand or enhance your cinematic experiences. And they're like only half-assed doing it.
Yes, that's the problem. Going back to Captain, because I made a joke about Falcon Winter Soldier. The problem with that is it did enhance the experience. It showed you the journey of Falcon becoming Captain America, which I'm on board with.
You could also skip it.
But that's the problem, because the end of the movie was, you're Captain America. Oh, cool. There was no indication at that time that he did not want it.
Hell no.
And while I get like, oh, we just didn't spend enough time, he could have not wanted it. The problem is, by having it end there and then Captain America 4 is going to be Falcon, you don't need the middle road.
You don't. But here's the thing. I like that too, because if you want it, it's there and it adds to the character. And we're going to pay off some of those references. But if you don't need it, if you're just a moviegoer, you still get to go see it and you don't miss anything.
Yeah,
I think that's fantastic. Like that is the key to having.
That's what they need to do more of.
Yeah, that's what the show needs to be.
Overall, they just needed a better overall plot, because didn't Falcon Winter Soldier get last-second changes from the villains? There was somebody else.
They changed everything. But the other thing about that is, like, for characters that are going to have movies, you don't need to do that. Or if you want to do that, you could do what I suggested, where it's like more like the under the costume kind of stories. Yeah. But overall, like,
I mean, that's kind of what they did in Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, I loved the moment of discovering that he can't get alone. Like, yes, we know you saved the world.
Right.
but I can't give you a loan.
But
Like,
you are a
still
black man in America, so I'm not just going to take it at face value here. And it's like, that sucks. And it's like,
are you actually Falcon? Like,
that's the, but that's the show. And like, that's smart. And
yeah,
it's
I
good.
liked that. I liked those
It's good.
moments.
Yeah.
Same thing
but
with like Winter Soldier, like overcoming his, like that was all great, and I agree. And that, I think, as much as I crap on Falcon Winter Soldier, because of the actual plot within Falcon Winter Soldier, the idea was there. Because it is, do you want more Falcon and Winter Soldier? There is a show that will give you more of them and expand on their lives. We just need a better villain.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That, I mean, at least there's some consistency in MCU. Most of the villains are garbage.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, so Loki's
I'm
hyped.
I want to I'm gonna throw a random one out there. Do you think we'll see U.S. Patriot again? And to add to that, do you think we'll see U.S. Patriot in Loki?
It's U.S. agent, first of all, and no,
I said U.S. agent. What did I say?
You said USA. You said U.S. Patriot.
Oh, you all know who I meant.
But no, he's not going to be Loki. But yes, I think. Well, I mean, he's going to be in the Thunderbolts movie if they ever make that.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Which, 6-1, flip a coin. You never know.
All right, sorry we didn't have too much to say about the Loki trailer
it's
itself,
fine.
but
They
there's
liked
not
it.
much in it. Like, one of our chatters said, Emergency Awesome, one of our friends actually, has already put out his Easter egg video.
Right. Then you watch that. But also
What
watch
Easter
this.
eggs? I don't even know what Easter eggs they
Yeah,
were.
he paused it. He went to Reddit and looked at all the questions and conversations about it, pointed out some things. As long as there's like 2 tentpole things, you're good.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Go check out his video for the Easter eggs. I recommend that. Otherwise, if you liked our discussion,
stick around here for the conversation.
Yeah, we're here for the conversation. We're so into the conversation, we don't even know what our editors are doing. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time right here.